that's right. It's your boy, Next Blaze, and today we are going to be playing some more Fall Guys because I feel like it. Now, I don't know if it's going to be great today. I can't promise that I'm going to be the best at this, but I am going to give it my all. So, I just am going to hopefully make you guys proud. Anyway, I'm sorry I had to start later tonight. But, actually, I'll go with this one right here, yeah. I had to start later tonight, but the reason being is because I had to do a lot of errands and stuff, and then I just got back home. So, that's why. So I got held up on that, but, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do some matches. Hopefully they'll go well. I was busy the other day too, because you might have seen on my various social medias, but I've changed my banners. I made a new banner, and then aside from that, I also have another banner that I could make, or well, I made a graphic one that looks really cool that I put up or shared on the Facebook page and the Instagram. Or one of my, no, I put it on my Instagram, okay. I put it on my Next Blaze Instagram, so I just couldn't remember, because I have two Instagrams, and I use one for personal and one for non-personal. So, there's that. 2, 1. Anyway, we're going to do some matches. Hopefully we'll do well. Hopefully it's not black screening on Twitch, because I know when I played COD anyway it did, but I assume it was an issue with the Elgato. But then again, I don't know, because it did still show up on Facebook and YouTube, so I'm assuming it was Twitch's fault partially too. So there's no other way I can explain the atrocity that was my stuff getting limited like that to like 2 locations as opposed to 3. But anyway, it'll be okay though. I'm just glad that I'm able to make some like fire stream content, hopefully. And I hope people will show up, hang out with me, just vibe, like that'd be wonderful. So tonight will be fun though. I'll probably go till midnight at least, maybe later because I did start late. But I'm definitely gonna go till at least midnight, I think, because I owe that to you guys, because the last few streams, the COD ones specifically, have been like 2 hours long, and like although that's a lot of time, I like to do longer ones usually, so I can go to midnight at least, so at least get 3 hours of streaming in, and hopefully that will be sufficient for everybody. Hoping to have a lot of fun tonight, though. It's 9:04. Alright. I'm just gonna go on my regular Instagram. Keep saying I got a message on this one, and I don't have a message, so I'm confused. Hey everybody, I'm currently playing Fall Guys, so you should all come and watch. I finally decided that I'd just play Fall Guys tonight. It should be fun anyway, but I just started the stream a bit ago, and it's gonna be lit, so let's have fun together and like just do some epic moments. Hey everybody, so I'm playing Fall Guys and I'm streaming, having a good time, so I hope that you all come because it'll be a great time, and honestly I'm already doing not half bad, you know, in the second round, so come watch. Fall Guys, and alright, I just wanted to make sure the audio is working on that. So I know I'm a bit distracted, but I mean, there's nobody here yet, to my knowledge anyway, so it'll be fine. But, I'm gonna save that, and so I can post it on both Instagram accounts, because I have two. Alright, I lose at this one quite often, so I better hurry and, oh, shoot. Haha! Oh, right. Trying to, like, post it on one hand and then on the other hand not lose at this. I know I lost my tail, but I just wanted to... Alright. I'm gonna get off Instagram and focus now, because I believe I can get a tail still. I'm right back. I fell in love with a bitch. Homie went legit. How you get rich? Young weird boy, everybody getting lit. Yas! Yas, did you see how clutch that came in, bro? Holy shit. Wait a minute, oh, that bastard. No, what the fudge? Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I only have 15 seconds. Wait, there's a chance. Holy shit, there's actually a chance. I might lose. Yeah, I lost. Wait a minute. Oh, I got eliminated. I thought he had a tail. My bad. Damn it. I hate when that happens. When I lose quick like that. Because I really do put in effort, you know? Damn. Honestly, damn. Push your ball to the finish as a team to qualify. Oh. Why didn't I realize that I was already out? Oh my god. Nope. Alright. So I'm trying to understand something, right? What are the Fall Guys like? You know, because they'll wear like different costumes, like they dressed up as like food items or animals of various varieties, whether it's like wolves or birds of different kinds, and it's like, I don't get it, you know? Like, are they like marshmallow people? Like, what's their deal? I don't know. It's like I've been giving it some thought now that like I've been playing it a bunch of times, and it like makes me wonder like what the backstory behind these little creatures are, if they have any kind of backstory, you know? Because I think like people don't take that into consideration. Like when people create characters for a game or a show that are like completely new, like do they or don't they always have a story? Like, I don't know. I feel like if they don't have a story, they don't fully serve their purpose. Because it's like, they're competing in a game show. They came up with that much of a concept, but it's like, what the hell are Fall Guys, you know? Like, is that their species, Fall Guys? Or, like, what would they be classified as, you know? I mean, they're adorable creatures, but it makes me wonder, you know? Like, what their story is. Outside of this competitive game show, I guess, plot line. Like, it makes me wonder, could they turn this into a franchise, come out with like maybe a mobile game, or like aside from that go further and like really come out with like something also popular? Because like I could see this playing on a mobile. I'm gonna be honest with you, because if they can bring it to consoles for like that much money, then like they could do like a very downscaled version of it, like they did with Fortnite on a game like this. And like they could like charge a fee to like get the game, but honestly, I think it would succeed, because like I could see it doing well with how popular it's gotten, and it makes me wonder like what the future of these characters is, or if this is just like a one-time like type of game, you know? Because I don't usually play like these one-off games, you know, and I really hope this isn't like a one-off thing. Like I hope they make a sequel, or they keep doing DLC for it, or they really like develop other kinds of games featuring these characters, because it's like they're gonna become iconic, like Fortnite became iconic. I can already see it happening, you know? And honestly, it's like you never know what's gonna take off unless you like really research and prep yourself. But like these guys already have started to, so it's like you can tell it's gonna go further and further. Like it's like one of those games. It's competitive in a fun way, and it's different from most games. Although I will say, because I've said it before, it reminds me of Mario Party in the sense of all the different mini games to compete to win. So it kind of like plays by that concept in a way, in my opinion. And so it's just like non-Nintendo characters. So basically, if I had to describe this, this is like alt Mario Party. I don't know. I think that it's cool. Two-step with it, two-step, two-step with it, two-step, two-step with it, two-step, two-step with it, two-step. Didn't mean to scare her, but just gotta keep moving, keep grooving, yeah. So I was like, I was watching Ty Verdes live on TikTok the other night because I was up really late, and I couldn't sleep all night, but he was playing unreleased songs that he hasn't put out yet, and I'm really excited because like I heard them, and there's one that I know is like chart topper worthy. Okay, like I heard it, it sounded great. It's gonna come out like soon, I think. I don't know exactly when, but soon, and it's called Happy Till It Hurts. And it just sounded so good. Some people screen recorded it, so you might find that online somewhere, potentially, like either after the music gets released or maybe before, if the person's like not taking into consideration the hard work that Ty put into his music, which I hope won't be the case, because Ty is an amazing artist and he deserves respect for the content he creates. But aside from that, I don't know, I love his voice and his vision with his music, because it's like he really speaks from the heart, and like in his music, but still like also is like very like relaxed in nature, and he seems like a really chill dude. Like honestly, such a chill dude. And from like what I gathered from being on his stream, and aside from that, though, it's like I really wish other people would have the chance to hear the song, so I can't wait for it to come out and for you to hear it. But the song I'm talking about is called Happy Till It Hurts, and I remember it from the other night, so I just want to say shout out to that guy, Ty Verdes. He got big on TikTok and YouTube, I believe, like with the release of his song and then his music video, and then it like got really popular because the traffic got spread to Spotify and Apple Music, and now he's like really popular with people. So I just want to shout him out, and I really look forward to seeing where his career goes, because I believe that this man has much potential in the music industry, whether it's as an independent artist or if he gets signed, either way. But bro, I don't know what his intention with that is yet, honestly. I think if he stayed independent, he could still survive. I mean, much like Mothika, he's gotten pretty big in such a short amount of time. Mothika is a great artist, by the way. If you haven't heard her music, you need to check her out. She chart-topped the pop charts on Apple, or on iTunes, I should say, really fast. And then her album is on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, and other major platforms, or other platforms separate from that, I believe. But her music is beautiful, and I really hope that people will listen to it, because it's really, really just powerful in a way, because she talks about a lot of her struggles, like with when she used to have like addiction and stuff, but she also just really like knows what she's talking about from experience, and her lyrics like really hit you hard in a good way, unless like you're sensitive to it, I guess, maybe. But they're just very empowering, and I'm really happy that she was able to create something so meaningful for not only herself, but maybe her fans as well. And so I recommend her. It's got very alternative pop vibe, if I had to describe her, but she's honestly awesome. Honestly awesome. I hope one day, like, I have the pleasure of like seeing her in concert or something, because she seems really cool. I like connecting with other music artists like a lot. Oh, I fell fast. Do it fast. 420 in the dash. Everybody get into me fast. You get mad because we get in stacks. You know I'm getting bread. You know I gotta go because you get some bread. Yeah, I'm still alive and doing well because I gotta live. I'm dreaming like what the hell, you know. I ain't saying this shit because oh well. Oh my god, I fell again. I didn't mean that shit. Oh, 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 hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, gotta survive, gotta survive. I'm on the bottom floor. This always happens. Why? 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 Why does this happen to me? Said, why does this happen so much to me? Why does this happen to me? Why do I always get screwed? Oh, I'm not about that, not one bit. I don't really wanna die, cause I give a shit. Gotta survive, I think I can do it. Maybe, nope, I was wrong, and I was like one of the last ones out. Damn it, I tried so hard. And I got close, but no cigar. And I even tried to go bar for bar. Man, I'm upset. I was doing okay. There, and I fucked up. I don't know what else to say. I did. I don't know if my chats are working. I don't know if people have stopped in. It's Friday night. People are probably having a good time, like, in their own houses, unless they're suffering from boredom due to quarantine. I don't know. I feel like I have my moments of suffering, but it's like I'm able to stay very productive and like find things I enjoy to do at the same time. And you know, I think that's really good if you can do that in times like this, because I know everybody's life is different, but I don't know. For me, at least, I just feel like quarantine sucks, but it's like I've been lucky to find ways to cope for the most part as best I can. I don't know if it's like still like considered to be quarantine or, well, coronavirus, it's like just ever rampant, but you know, I don't know. It's like, so here's what I think happens with people. It's like, people don't take something as seriously the longer it lasts. Like, they just get used to it, you know? Like, I mean, people stay pissed off. Like, some will stay, like, getting frustrated, like, for days, you know? But at least in regards to, like, the quarantine thing, I know there are a lot of people who have just, like, pretty much gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, whatever, it's normal now. And, I mean, in some ways it's good, some ways it's bad, you know? If you get too used to it, where to the point you become ignorant, that's a bad thing. But if you get used to it in the sense of, like, you actually, like, are just treating it like it's standard procedure to, like, wear a mask and, like, stay clean and stuff, then I think that that's for the better, you know? I don't know. There's just so much that we still don't know about, like, how this affects things. And even, like, with all the information that's been presented all this time, and it's like, you kinda, like, wonder, like, when it's gonna ever end, you know? So, which is, like, a really depressing thought, of course. But, you know, you have to keep in mind, and I'm not saying it'll ever be as bad as this example, but I believe that you can never count any possibility out until proven otherwise in certain regards. Anyway, for this particular example, say, like, the Black Plague, okay? Or from the rats, okay? That lasted, like, at least a long, long time. I don't know how long it lasted exactly, but I think it lasted, like, years. And that was like a plague. Now, mind you, we have much better sterilization than we did back then. We have cleaned up our act a lot as far as countries go. I mean, mind you, the United States didn't exist at the time of the Black Plague. It didn't. Because the Black Plague happened in, I believe, like, the 12th, 13th century, or something like that. So, United States didn't exist till, I think, the 1700s. I think it was, like, I mean, people from Europe migrated here in, the 1600s, I believe. But, and, like, everything was getting started in the towns and stuff. But, like, we didn't become, like, our own, like, separate thing from Britain, like, in the sense of, I guess, like, having our own independence until, like, the 1700s, I believe. 1700s. It was, like, I don't know, 17... I think it was 1776 when the Declaration of Independence was signed or something like that. 1776, I think that's correct, but I can't remember right now. Anyway, what I am trying to say, though, is that it's just a lot has happened over all these years with different, like, diseases and plagues, and it's like, this one, I mean, like, I believe it can be handled better, but it's like, I don't know that I fully trust, like, the methodology going into curing it, because people, like, where we get our vaccines from, it's like shit's added to it that's, like, not good for your bodies. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't get vaccinated for things, but they do, depending on where the vaccines come from, extra stuff's added to them that's just not healthy. And, like, people don't even know about it. It's, like, experimental, you know? Because all of these vaccines and stuff, it's, like, all experimental. And, I mean, it's like, if it works, it works. But there's still things that can harm you, side effect-wise, that you never know could be arguably worse. Okay? So, I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like you just gotta be cautious about the vaccines, because, like, the doctors may know what's going into your body, but you as a citizen don't know everything that's going in it and how it can affect you as an individual. So it's like, I don't like that people will just assume that because a doctor says it's okay, that it automatically morally means that they definitely have no bad, like, con to taking a vaccine. Like, you know? Like, I think that there can be cons depending on, like, how the vaccine's made and, like, what's in it. And people don't take that into consideration because people will just... Because I feel like it's like, oh, there's a new vaccine, hey. Now, on the other hand, it has to be FDA approved, but unless you know, probably, but unless you know, like, what their exact requirements things are for vaccines, like the rules for, like, health stuff, then you really don't know, like, what is being put inside it or being allowed to enter your system. You just assume it's okay because doctors say how they have seen it work for certain sets of individuals in the past. Not only that, but it's like in the past, throughout time, we've been known to test things on, like, animals and stuff, which I don't think is right, but it did help us get better at times. So it's like, it's a trade-off. But it's like, you don't know, like, how it'll differ from an animal to a human until you do actual human testing. And it's scary either way, because it's like, it could go horrifically bad if you don't know how certain substances react to one another. And because, like, when you make medicine, it's like often new mixtures of stuff that hasn't been mixed together before the same exact way. Otherwise, it wouldn't be any different, you know? So you never really know, like, what you're getting with that, and that to me is kind of scary, because if you don't know, like, what you're putting in your body with anything, not even just medicine, like food and, like, other things that we hadn't even taken into... Motherfucker, I hate these people that just knock me off. Oh, man. But, you know, it's just like, you really don't know. Shit. I knew that was gonna happen. I mean, it's like this. You can, like, you just have the assumption based on the fact that they're professionals, you know? Which, I mean, it might be okay. It might be. But there's still many factors that may have not been considered before it's, like, distributed, you know? That, like, they hadn't even thought of. There's, like, a lot of what-ifs. So, I guess it's whatever. But that's probably why there's side effects in a lot of most developed medication, because they didn't account for certain things, or once they realized it, they obviously have to be honest to, like, a certain degree on what happens to your body. But other than that, like, what if there's still stuff that they're not saying, or they do say, but we just haven't read or understood it about the medication we're putting in our bodies? I think the same thing applies to vaccines, though, if it does to medication, because it's still medicine. It's just injected into you, you know? So it's like, that's why it's like, I don't fully always just automatically trust vaccines. You know, like, I get the standpoint of an anti-vaxxer. Like, I don't think it always is for the better, but that people don't. But I think if it's something that, like, they're not, like, sure of, like, really, and they really aren't willing to take the risk, then they shouldn't do it. Like, you shouldn't force them. Like, they should face the consequences of their own actions, you know? If, like, it does go bad, or if it does go good, you know? I think it goes both ways there. But just to assume that they're in the wrong just because they personally don't want to input certain chemicals and things they don't understand into their body or their children's body, I think they have the right to decide that. I'm going to be honest with you, right there. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but it's like, who is it for anybody else to decide? You know? It's their children. And long ago, we didn't even have vaccines as an option, and people still fought and survived it. I mean, not all the time, but, like, you know, everything has a consequence, and you can't always hold people to the same exact standards depending on who they are. Like, I mean, in certain situations with the law, sure, but like, at what point does it account for like the relationship, like as far as just being a parent versus like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, to what extent should the law be allowed to dictate how one parents another, you know, or like how one lives their life? I think that there definitely needs to be order and justice, but I think that there's like limitations to like how far you can go with that, as far as like how you like control what somebody is or is supposed to do in a society. So I don't know. Like, I think about that a lot, that people don't even take into consideration that we're not all the same. You know, so depending on the circumstance, we shouldn't always be held to the same standard unless it's applicable for that situation, you know? So I guess that's why I'm passionate about it to a degree when I think about that issue. I know that not everybody's gonna agree, but it's like, I just think there's limitations to what government entities and like rich people can control. So I guess it's tricky though. It is a tricky topic. I will not deny that, because there's a lot of things that I don't have the answer to that could fit that exact situation, and I don't want to just assume that I'm always right in every situation. But sometimes I don't think every question necessarily has only one right answer. So, and some questions, at least for now, are unsolvable in my opinion. So I don't like to always discredit somebody else's way of thinking. Like, I like to hear people out, and like, I'll state my feelings and opinions for myself, but I don't think that degrading everybody on every issue is fair, because we can't always live by the same exact standards as another, because we have our own needs that are not always the exact same in every case, because people are different, which I do believe that astrology is definitely a product, or a reason rather, for that, because a lot of, when people are born, does have an effect on like who they are at times. And it's like, people don't take it seriously all the time. I don't know. But I do, because like, I read mine, and at least in my case, like for my birthday and for my astrological sign, which I'm a Capricorn, and my birthday is January 13th. So, with that being said, it's like a lot of the stuff I read in the various research that I did actually pertain to me, not only from my perspective, but from the perspective of those around me, because I didn't read it by myself. So it's like, I kind of believe in it, and I just think that there's merit to that, but it's like, I know everybody's different, not everybody's gonna agree, but I don't know, like, if people are into that, like, let me know, because, like, I know people didn't used to take it seriously back in the day, like, there were a lot of people who didn't, but I kind of see the merit, you know, and we're gonna totally lose if we don't get this ball back, like, now. I said around, ho. I said we kick it around, down to the ground, ho. We gotta tuck this shit down, you gotta frown, ho. You know I'm getting a crown because I'm round, though. I got a point for the team. You know I'm in it to win it. I'm subdividing because I want to go eat up a chicken. I'ma get some KFC tomorrow. Eat it delicious. Don't know where I'm going with these lyrics. Everybody do it like it's up on television. Hey, don't know what to say next. Everybody playlist. I don't even know if you gonna hear me. I sound like I got a little bit of lisp, but I really don't give a shit. At times you can also... I can't say that. That's rude. Okay. And I'm not even talking to anybody like specific either, so that would be... But I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just bopping. Alright, they got a point. We got a point. We need to get a point. We need to get another point. Because if we don't get another point, we're fucked. So, okay. He needs to guard that. I'm a... Shit. We might have just lost. I think we just lost. Yeah, we just lost. I just sent that back on complete action. No, you idiot! That was our teammate, bro. Who knocked it in. That's not fair. It fucking sucks. So what happened? What happens if you have to knock in a football? Do you get an extra point for that? Because I know that they drop the footballs sometimes. And, like, I don't know that it actually does, but I know in certain games, like the one, like, egg scramble, if you get golden eggs in your basket, you actually, can win. And we lost. I'm damn it. Hate losing. I mean, there was only 16 seconds. There was no way we were gonna make a 3-point comeback. I don't know. So I'm gonna just wait for stuff to load up. I don't know. I'm thinking about, like, taking a bit of a break from streaming because, and my reasoning for this is it's like I'm not getting as much engagement as I would like to, honestly. So I'm thinking what I need to do is put more time and effort into making, like, more video content separate from the streams, because if I do that, then I feel like if I put that out in the right places like TikTok or YouTube, I could actually build something, and I feel like just streaming and hoping for people to show up all the time is just not gonna get me to where I need to all the time. And it's nothing against my audience, but it's like I know people have lives, but yet, and plus more people watch videos than watch streams, statistically, I think. So I just kind of want to get back into that means of doing things. The only thing is like, I don't want to do videos the same way as I used to, because they weren't that impressive, and I want to get better at content creation. Like, I really do. Both in regards to TikTok and YouTube, and I don't want to keep getting held back all the time just because I have trouble with those types of things sometimes. I think I just totally lost. Yeah. Anytime you get knocked off there, it's already like a guaranteed loss. I've never won after getting knocked off. If you get knocked off, there's no comeback. So, that sucks. It's just my thought process, though. Anyway, I feel like if I make more videos, that'll help me more. I don't know if, like, what I should do about TikTok, though. I don't know if I should change my channel name and then start a new channel, because I feel like if I started from scratch at this point, it might help, but at the same time, I don't know, because I already do have, like, I almost have 2,000 followers on TikTok, which is not a lot, but not a lot in the grander scheme of things. It is a lot of people, though, but, I mean, I don't know, I feel like if I keep going with that, maybe I can build off of it, but I just have not been getting, like, any views or engagement on my account for a while, really, and it's, like, upsetting. So I don't know if, like, I should just start from scratch and, like, rename the new channel the thing I have my current channel set as now, or what, because I think I have to make a really, like, brand new channel, like, new account, everything. Like, not, like, not, like, redo my old side account. Like, I think I have to start from scratch, because it's, like, I don't know. And I think I don't know what, I really don't know what to do, because it's, like, I feel like, even if I make, like, really good content, that it's not just all of a sudden going to turn around for my current account, but yet, at the same time, I'd like to think that I'm wrong, because if I am wrong, then that means, like, I can have a complete turnaround from how things have been. Like, I really want more engagement for my videos. And not just because, like, I want people to, like, acknowledge me, but more that, like, I really, like, want to make a career out of this, or I wouldn't try so hard in, like, my own way. So, it's like, I know I'll put the work in, that's not the problem. The problem is that I need the algorithm to let me have a shot at an audience before it just, like, says no for no good reason. So, I don't know. Because I know that I can put out stuff that would appeal to a lot of people if I really apply myself. So, I just don't want to constantly have to think about the fact that it's like I'm not getting it out there enough. Like, I want to catch up to these people who are, because, like, I don't think it'll make me any happier as a person, obviously, but I do think that it would be nice to actually put out good content. Like, it would benefit me. Like, I want to, like, follow my dreams and get somewhere with it. Aside from that, though, like, I have other interests too, but it's like that one has always been kind of a central interest for me. I like doing talks. Like, I want to do a podcast. Honestly, but here's the thing. It's like, I want to do a podcast, but I don't know if people are going to watch it. And it's like, I don't want to just do it and not have anybody watch it, you know? Because I want to feel like my time and effort, even if I'm doing it mainly because it's, like, for myself and I care about it, I want people to, like, hear what I have to say and, like, understand where I'm coming from when I'm talking about, like, various topics. Because I've always been really into that whole, the scene of it, like, as far as making content goes, and quite frankly, I would love it even more if people out there, outside of, like, my personal life, appreciate it, you know? Like, I wanna see the fruits of my labor, essentially. Because I know that there's, like, more that I should do to, like, make things better with the stream. Like, it'd be great if I had background music, and it'd be great if I could do, just more fun stuff on stream, have ideas, but it's like, I gotta do that, and that takes time and money sometimes. So, I'm willing to invest into it, but it's like, I can't do it all the time when I've got, like, my own personal expenses and shit. So, it's like, finding a good balance is important, in my opinion. But I want to be able to meet new people, make friends, build connections, and enjoy my time with them, rather than, like, constantly just having to uphold myself to a certain standard and not have my, like, goals come to fruition. Now, that's partially my fault, because I think if I marketed myself more and better, then that would definitely help me. But on the other side of it, it's also that, like, sometimes, like, I don't know, like, what order my goals should be, and, like, how exactly the journey to get there is gonna look. But I mean, sometimes I think it's like a process of things that aren't necessarily decided beforehand when it comes to trying to formulate like a plan to guide yourself in life. Whether it's working for someone else, starting your own business, trying to create your own franchise. Like, here's the thing, I'm a creative, so I'm gonna make stuff that and like do things that I want to do, you know? Like, I'm not gonna just sit back and be told what to do all the time in my life unless it's like something that's like fair and sensible, I guess. But like, what I mean is, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I want to like have free reign in life of like what I can do, even if financial stability isn't always is sometimes in question. Like, I like I mean, I'm making money. Like, there's a side of me that's like, hell yeah, I would love to, but it's like I want to at least have enough money. I guess my goal is to be financially stable through doing things I enjoy as opposed to things that I hate. Because if I'm doing things that I hate instead of things that I enjoy all the time, then I'm just going to get more depressed than I already am. And it's not going to be worth it to me no matter what. So, you know what I mean? Like, I want my efforts to come to fruition, but by the same token, I want to make sure that what I'm doing is something that I actually would want to do with my life. Because if I'm just sacrificing my happiness all the time just because it's the easy way out, or just because it's like the thing that I have to do to survive, then I shouldn't say why live, but like, I don't know. I don't want to waste my life away. I don't. So I want to make sure that what I'm doing I love, because it's who I am. If I didn't live my life that way, then I would never ever find happiness, except through maybe love, which I'm not even going to get into that because I have such a hard time in that field as far as things go anyway. But, you know, at the same time, it's like I don't want to be alone in the end. But I also want to make sure that I'm happy with what I'm doing in the end. Otherwise, it's like my whole life will pass me by, and it'll all have just been to survive, to make money, but I'm not really living in a way that makes it like worth all that pain and suffering to get there, you know? Like, if I'm gonna put my blood, sweat, and tears into something, you better believe it's gonna be something I fucking love. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Like, I will say that, like, without any regrets. Because if I live my life doing something I hate, then I'm not gonna keep going with it. I won't stick with it. I'll end up leaving until I find something I do like. Because I'm not a quitter in the sense of quitting on myself. I might not stick with something that doesn't work, that I figure out doesn't work for me, but also just let it be known that I'm sure as hell not gonna waste my time staying with something that I know just isn't me or isn't for me, because then I'm wasting my time and my life away. And it's like, I mean, you learn from new experiences, but it's like once you learned your lesson, like if something doesn't work for you, you either keep going until you find an aspect of it that is worth it to you, or unless it's like something you have to do to get to a certain goal of yours, if you feel that way. But if it isn't, then it's like, why waste your time once you've already figured out like how you feel about it? Otherwise, I don't know. Because I don't believe, people say everybody hates their jobs, and I mean, if they're not ambitious and they're stuck in a job they hate. There's a lot of jobs people hate. Like, let's be real here. But I want to say that it's like, it's not always a guarantee that you have to hate what you do. If you find the things that you're passionate about, if you take your time to do that instead of wasting your life away, like not trying to seek something that's for yourself, that's good, that you can be proud of yourself from doing, then it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, but everybody's different too, so even that is like skeptical of me, so I apologize. But I don't know. For somebody like me, a Capricorn male, I believe that I have career potential. I believe that I can manifest my dreams even if it's not immediate. And I do take time to educate myself and learn about things. I've been learning about marketing. I've been learning about, like, content creation. I've been learning about, like, stuff about myself that's separate from that goal, too. Because I have more than just that as a goal. Like, I have a lot of goals in life. I have a lot of interests. But I take the time because I'm a winner. And I'm not going to stop until I win. Because that's just who I am. I didn't win this time, but I came pretty close, you know? And honestly, you know, there'll be times when I fail in a game. There'll be times I fail in life. But am I going to give up on myself? No, because I have a dream. I have an ambition that I am going to be something special to somebody. And not just for their sake, but for my sake as well. And that I'll be able to help people. Like, bring them joy from watching my content. Feeling like they have somebody to relate to. Feeling like they, like, can have, like, a laugh from me at times. Or, like, maybe they're inspired by something I do. Or maybe they like my music and singing. Like, I have a lot of potential. Or my art, because I draw too. It's like, I do a lot of cool things. And I would love to utilize that talent in a way that not only makes me happy and brings me recognition, because I'll be honest, that's important to me, but I want my efforts and the stuff that I do to bring people joy, like genuinely. And I don't want to give up, even if it takes time, even if it's hard, even if I have to put a lot of work in. I don't care. I don't care if it takes me longer than, like, what I would hope for. As long as I don't give up, and I eventually get there. Because I'm fucking determined. And I'll say that with pride. You know? I believe in myself. I'm very confident that I'll get there one day, even if it's not immediately. I am going to manifest my goals. And having that mindset in the first place, even when you do fail, if you can keep with that mindset, you'll overcome your failures. So that helps in that way. But aside from that, you will succeed eventually with something that you love. Your life won't always be failures, and you'll inspire others along the way. You have to be able to, like, be above the in crowd. You know, like, you have to be able to stand out. You got to be able to overcome barriers. I know how to speak motivationally too. That's something else that I've always been interested in. Being a motivational speaker, because I love talking about my experiences. I love talking about, like, how I can help people, how people can help themselves. And it might not work for everybody, but I mean, that's why there's different ones out there, and there's different people, different needs. But I just don't want to limit myself just because one or two people, or maybe even hundreds at times, tell me that I should give up, or they just want to prank me. Like, on, like, streams, like, trolls and stuff. Like, I don't give a fuck about them. As long as I get to my goal. I ain't gonna, like, I'm not gonna stop just because somebody tries to downplay everything I do. You know? If they don't like it, fuck them. I don't need them. I can have hundreds of thousands of other fans one day, and I just have to find them, and they have to find me. through my efforts, mainly, of course, but I'm willing to do it because I want my life to get better, and I want to overcome my past obstacles, and like, yeah, I don't know. I've had a hard life thus far, but I'm also grateful that I have gotten as far as I have in it, and that it's not all bad all the time, because if it were, as much as that sucks, like, I mean, I would hope that I'd have the same things in my life to be grateful for to help me get past it. I just don't want to give up on myself, okay? But I also know my potential is there, and I know other people have seen it because I've been told it. People used to tell me when I was in high school to keep making content because they found it funny and entertaining, okay? People back when I was doing like Vines and Musical.lys and shit. And maybe they weren't being serious, I don't know, but you know, that made me believe in myself, and I took it seriously. I took it to heart. I didn't give up, but you know, I'm where I'm at now, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. I mean, yeah. I've got the confidence and self-belief to manifest my destiny. Even if it's something I have to learn or an obstacle, I'll find a way to get past it somehow. Even if it takes me longer time to get there, it's like I'll plan it. I'll plan it and I'll fight. Because I was raised to be a strong person with good morals, and I was raised to like do the best I can even when things suck. So I take it seriously because I want people to understand the importance of my feelings and beliefs. And I'm not saying it has to apply to everybody, but as an influencer, like, I feel like I want to be a good influence on people. I don't want to be a bad influence. Like, I know I'll swear and stuff, but like that's really the only bad thing I like to like do. And it's not even that I like doing it, it's just it relieves my own anxiety, you know? Because I really want to strive to be a better person, because I've made lots of mistakes, and this is why I hate cancel culture, because it takes away the opportunity for people to overcome their past transgressions, even though they might have changed to be a better person. That's why I don't believe in cancel culture. Like, I believe it exists, I mean, but I just don't believe it's the right thing to do. And, like, I mean, like, I believe people need to pay for their crimes, if, like, they're bad crimes, sure. But I don't think you should cancel someone just because they said something harsh or bad in the past. Like, if they've shown progress and change, like, it's whatever. Why is this dude trying to stop his team from winning? What the fuck, bro? I ain't gonna play if this idiot is gonna keep stopping us. Like, there were one or two people pushing back, and they were on the same team. Like, what the fuck? It's dumb. I don't know. I'm a passionate person, but I do have a good heart. I really believe I do, because I genuinely want to help people and listen to them, and I want to be a loving person. I don't want to be spiteful or hateful all the time. I want to overcome my own anger and self-destructive problems that I've had in the past, because it held me back, you know? It holds me back at times. I want to be better. And I feel like in my own way, as far as productivity goes, every day I'm trying to make strides. And I don't want it to be discredited when I know I am. Like, and I know a lot of people say that to make themselves feel better, but I'm being, like, dead serious. Like, I mean, I put in, like, a lot of effort yesterday doing edits, like, for that graphic, which I can show you guys after. I did a lot of work on, like, I do a lot of work, like, updating my social media. I need to get more stream clips. I know that. But, you know, I used to have a guy that would do clips for me, and if I need to go and do clips myself. If I did clips myself, at least, as far as putting out content, you know, I probably would do a lot better, but sometimes my streams don't go as well as I think they will. So, I don't know. Because, like, a lot of humor can happen unexpectedly, or a lot of epic moments, but it's like, I can do improvised as well, you know, if I really try. I need to apply myself more and keep working on myself. And I know that, but I want to believe that I can get past my barriers. Because I've been able to, for a lot of things up until this point, I've made tremendous growth occur in my own life since the time I was from a young age. I did well in school, and I mean, I've had more struggles since I left because I do better in structural environments, but it's like I'm creating my own structure now, you know? And that has been the most interesting yet fulfilling challenge of my life, in a way. I mean, there's other challenges that I face too that I won't get into because they're more personal to me. But for me, you know, I want to believe that what I've gone through and what I keep going through, it shows I'm not weak. It shows that I'm strong in certain ways. I mean, I am sensitive as a person emotionally to a lot of things, but I've been able to overcome a lot of things up till now before I entered this phase of my life. So it's like, it can't mean that I'm screwed forever, you know? I just think it's just another obstacle, bump in the road that I need to conquer. And maybe not even necessarily conquer, but just, like, adapt to. Because if I can do that much, I could go, like, far. I don't know. Maybe there's people out there that'll probably downplay me, say I'm not that cool, I'm not that special. Maybe. But, you know, I believe that I have the potential, okay? And it's only the people that give in to the haters that tell them they can't do fucking shit that don't get far. So, I'm not giving up on myself. I'm not. Because I'm gonna prove haters wrong, and I'm gonna prove to myself that I can be as great as I believe I can be. I'm gonna prove it to everybody. Because otherwise, my efforts would be for nothing. And that's really all the motivation I need, because I'm a stubborn-ass motherfucker. I will not just, like, back down just because somebody tells me, you can't do this, you can't do that. I mean, I'm a rule follower, but there's no rule dictating that I'm just gonna suck in life and that I have to give in to, like, the base standard of society. Fuck that. I know I can be great, and I'm not gonna just, like, sit here when I know I can and not, you know? Like, yeah, I have to be cocky and confident. Yeah, I have to also be a little bit humble at times to remind myself that there's effort that goes into it, but I need to be a bit cocky to overcome these obstacles. If I didn't have the confidence of a CEO, then I wouldn't have gotten as far as I have now, you know? I don't think I'm a big streamer by any means, and I don't mean that, but I mean, I still see the value in the growth that I've acquired, even though it's not as quick and not as, like, fascinating as others out there, maybe, depending on the context and who, what, why, when, where, how, all that kind of shit. But I know myself. I know myself very well and enough to know that I'm never, ever just gonna let somebody tell me that I can't. When it comes to, like, accomplishing, like, important goals, I should specify, because I can see how that could be said to be, like, a bad thing or a red flag in the wrong context, okay? That's not what I was trying to imply, and I'm not about doing things or disrespecting people's feelings, because I like to be kind and helpful to people. But I am saying that I will do the things that I know are best for myself, and I will not quit on myself, even if I decide to go in a different direction than I've initially planned, you know? And that, to me, takes strength. Especially in the modern day world, where everything has been so dreary. Maybe not quite as dreary as, say, like other plagues that have plagued the world in the past, but we all throughout time have continued and maintained countless issues. So I don't want to quit, even if I lose this round. Okay, even if I lose this round, I don't want to quit on myself. Alright, I don't want to quit on myself. Even if I take some losses, I'm not just gonna... Overtime, shit. Shit, yeah, they're getting ahead. Alright. Damn it, nah. Alright, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold the hell up. Alright, yo, we might actually be okay. Out of pocket. Yo, we qualified. Alright, see? I believed. I mean, like, I was nervous. I get nervous at times, but I believe that I had an opportunity. And I seized it. Even though I didn't get the winning score. You know? I may come in second place at times, but as long as I'm showing growth, getting my name out there, doing great things, I believe Next Blaze can grow into something big and have a load of potential in its own way. I really, really, really believe it, because I'm going to make sure that that becomes mine. I thought of it, and I want it to, and I want to own it, you know? I want to do great things in my life with my potential. I just gave him my tail. Like an idiot. Like an idiot. He isn't ready for me. I'ma catch him like a wee. Oh. Oh. Shit. Yeah. Bitch. You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this shit. You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this shit. You ain't ready for it. You ain't ready for this shit. Everybody know that I'ma go on and off like a bitch. You ain't shit till you gotta get with it. Everybody, you know I'm saying, you know that it's a subdivision. Fuck yourself till you get committed. You bitches ain't shit in the trippin', and I don't even care if you gon' pay to hit it. Get some digits. You piss me off until I gotta get it. Everybody knows that I'm in it to win it. I gotta take the tail after finna go get it. I messed up and I went in the wrong direction. Everybody know that I'm out for inspection. Oh, fuck me. Alright, I need to... Oh, snap. Shit! Okay. That was frustrating. But, I didn't do too bad. I always have trouble with that round, though. I always do, because I can't run faster. So, I mean, I think that levels the playing field, but I always struggle with that minigame. Because I'm bad with the grab, and... I don't know. I wish, like, I could play a game that, like, would appeal to a lot of people, but would still display my actual, like, in-game talents. You know? And I feel like RPGs do that, but it's like I need more like people to take an interest in RPGs to like really see where I'm coming from with it. Because that's my favorite type of game, is RPG games. Like the ones that have the stories with them that make them more enjoyable. Because I get really invested into the story of things. So, like, for example, I recently just heard that, Mario is having its 35th anniversary, and they're going to be releasing a limited copy of the digital and physical version, mind you, of a trio pack game which consists of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, all of which are fan-favorite Mario RPG games to the masses on the Nintendo Switch, and it's coming out in a week. Now, I might not be able to buy it right off the bat, but let me tell you that next month, I'm buying it, okay? I will buy it, because I love Super Mario Galaxy, and I mean, Super Mario 64 is great in its own right, and Super Mario Sunshine is great too, although, to be honest, you can easily, if you use emulators, play it, but I'm not going to say much else. Sheesh, these people are slowing me down bad. Alright, yo. I'm not about to be knocked off, though. No way in hell. But anyway, so it's like, I used to think Super Mario Sunshine was my favorite, but I think that Super Mario Galaxy is my favorite, followed by Super Mario 64, and then Sunshine, after giving it thought, because it's like, Sunshine is great, but after going back and playing it when I did, now I'm sure it'll be a bit, like, remastered on the Switch, but when I went back and played it on an emulator, it was fun, and it is fun, it's just, it doesn't have the same hype to it as 64 and Galaxy do for me. Because Galaxy is my favorite Mario RPG, even more than Odyssey. I like Odyssey a lot, but I think that Galaxy was the better one between those two, because it, like, you could explore, like, different worlds and stuff, and it's, like, very, like, colorful and challenging in nature, but it's, like, I don't know, Super Mario Galaxy is probably one of the best Nintendo games ever released, and I haven't even played Super Mario Galaxy 2, but I hope that that gets re-released so that way I can play it on the Switch eventually, or some other Nintendo device in the future, because I never got to play Super Mario Galaxy 2, but I know it's one of the best Mario games of all time, and I never got to play it, and I'm ashamed, because I've played the majority of Mario games, with the exception of the newer Mario Party and Mario Sports games, you know? And I got disconnected from the server, so that sucks. I didn't mean for that to happen, and I hope the stream's still okay, and I hope I don't have too many problems with that, but I know that this game, on occasion, is going to give me some difficulty with the frame rate and shit, even after the tweaking I did, so you're just going to have to bear with me, and know that if it happens that I'm still streaming and they just have to move on to the next thing, because there will be a new stream window you can open up, like, within a minute or two of it having difficulties, if not the same one. But, I don't know, I'm really passionate about Mario. I used to love playing it. I haven't played it as much these past few years because I got more into JRPGs, which I guess Mario is technically a JRPG because Nintendo is from Japan, I think. Unless it's from China. I think it's Japan, though. But that being said, it's like I'm highly motivated to play that on stream for everybody to watch, because when I play platformers or RPG games, that to me is my bread and butter, especially if the story is great. I want to go back to playing Indivisible, for one, because I still have to beat it and I still have to progress in it, but I also want to play other RPG games on stream and stuff, because I genuinely enjoy it. At some point, what I really need to do is I need to hook in my Switch and finish Zelda Breath of the Wild, because the thing is, or the main story of it, at least, on stream, because I still have not beaten it, and I was planning on finishing it up on stream, because I played it, and I had a lot of people that followed me and watched me when I was playing that game. So I know RPGs are my bread and butter, because they're the ones I most enjoy, and aside from that, I'm not a competitive gamer. That's why it's like, if I take losses on this, it's like, whatever. RPGs, though, it's like my thing, you know? Next Blaze will attest. So, I hope that people would still want to come and watch me play RPGs potentially too. And yeah, I don't know. It says I still have 0 viewers after all this time, which I'm shook. But I mean, it's Friday. I get it. My favorite viewer that I always have come to my streams is probably busy with school stuff, and I feel, or maybe he's sleeping, I don't know, because he's like 7 hours ahead, so he's probably asleep, I don't know, but I hope that my viewership does go up if I keep doing this stuff, but I also know I need to keep making video content, so I think I'll have to do that. But the problem with videos that I don't like is that not everything in a video is organic. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happens in editing, post-editing, and just like planned jokes and things, and I'm not really good at doing things planned. I'm so good because I'm the type to wing it. Okay, now listen, I'll do my research on things, but I'm really bad at like planning something myself, comedy wise, unless it happens in the moment and it's like I just thought of it or it's improvised, because I'm an improv person. Okay, I love improv. I've always been decent at it, and it's like I do it naturally without it like being like planned to do it. So I'm like a improv king, really. But so that's why it's like I choose streams, because if I say funny things, it happens in the moment, and it's not like I took the time to like actually consider and plan out being like, hey, I should say this or whatnot, you know? But I like that about myself in a way too, even though it does have a slight disadvantage to it, because that means that like any humor that happens was like so pure, and in my mind that means it's more meaningful and more memorable too. I mean, there's a lot of memorable planned humor, sure, but when it's unplanned, it's just it feels so much better than like if it's planned, in a way. But at the same time, if it is planned, there are merits to that depending on the subject matter, I guess. But I just like everything to kind of just happen like on a natural flow. I'm really about that. Not to say that I don't put in the work in other ways, because I do, but it's like I can't be great at everything. I can be great at a lot of things, but I can't be perfect at everything, you know? And that's why I have other people, or there are other content creators, other people that do that. Oh, it's big glitching right now. I'm about to get kicked from the server again, aren't I? There's no way. There's no way I win this. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but my kilobits is fine, so I know it's the game. I'm not losing frames. So, big glitch. I don't know what or why. Oh, no, I got kicked again. Damn it. It happened. I knew it was gonna happen. Like, I felt like it was coming. I don't know. I don't know, bro. But I'm so passionate about these things that I talk about. And so, I keep it real. And I hope people can relate to that or understand that in some way, shape, or form. And that makes my content more enjoyable, because, I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm not putting in enough work, but at the same time, it's like I do feel like I work hard. But it's like, I know that I can only handle so much, so sometimes it's like my mind is arguing with like my actual like limitations. But it's like I also feel driven to surpass my current limitations depending on what it's for. So I just want to like be better as a creator, sure, but I don't want to hate every aspect and be lazy all the time. That's why it's like important that I do shit that I enjoy to make up for it. I really dislike editing, so that's why I don't do videos as much, because it takes me so long to edit, and it's like I need to put more time into like producing like things, like in the sense of like actually like filming, like when I have an idea, then like doing the edits, unless it's like something that I really like already am motivated to do. So in that sense, like, it's planned, but to a degree, like on the spot planned. It's still improvised in a sense, but I don't know. I just really, really, really dislike the concept of everything always being like, I don't know. The way I guess maybe my problem in reality is the way I used to edit was not efficient for me. I used to edit on my computer and edit using, I don't remember what it's called. I think it was called, like, Filmora, or what is it? I think it was Filmora or something. But my software, it's like, though it was easy to understand and use, it was also complex, plus my hand movements were difficult, and I had rendering issues at times. So it's like, I like editing on my phone better, because it's at the touch of my fingertips. It's easier for me to do, and as time has gone on, editing on your phone has gotten a lot easier. So I think personally that I want to do that more than I want to on a computer. And I know that seems strange, because there's still probably certain limitations, but honestly, for the type of content that I make, or would make, a phone would be more than sufficient for editing, anyway. And I have this great computer, but it's like, I mainly want to use it for like the gaming aspect, and for research, and learning, as opposed to editing, because I don't like putting like big files on my computer that aren't related to that. Plus, it's like, I don't really go back and reuse old clips much for the type of content I would want to do anyway. So I can get away with just using the phone and deleting like stuff that I don't need anymore once it reaches capacity. Plus, I'm the type of person that'll buy an external solid state drive as opposed to like a flash drive, so that way like I can have fast document read and write, as well as like a lot of space, in opposition to like a standard like USB or micro SSD or regular SSD. So I don't know. If all of what I'm saying is going your head, you're not a techie like me. But I'm really into computer stuff too. So it's like, I wouldn't mind like doing content about that, even if it's something that's been done before, because I'm passionate about it. And it's just hard. The hardest thing for me is the idea of limiting myself to one kind of content, or one set of kinds of content per channel, when I know myself, and I know that I am very like I have so many interests that I would love to talk about, which is why I want a podcast. Okay, that is why I definitely want to make a podcast. But it's like, I have so many interests that I love talking about in regards to things, that I really vibe with what I do. I don't know. It's like, I love being me, you know? Like, where I know that I'm gonna have downfalls in certain areas, but this is also why, like, I want to have, like, a girlfriend someday, where it's like, we make up for where we lack in certain ways, you know? And, like, I don't mind talking about that, you know? Because it's like, I'm single, but I hope that I can be with somebody I'm very compatible with one day. And like, I'm seeking, maybe not super avidly, because it's like, we're quarantined anyway, and I hate people like this that just do that to like try and get me to die early. They're trash. They are trash people. he only helped me, so he can fuck right off by doing that. I don't know, but I don't know. I think the reality is that I'm too hard on myself, and I create my own limit barriers. And because I do that, it like does still create limits on my potential, even though I know in reality my potential could be endless. And I believe that I can be successful no matter like what I pursue if I really try. Like I I am a strong believer in manifesting my own destiny. So I need to stop doing that. I need to be more positive and less pessimistic. I have a very hard time with that though, because I am by nature a pessimist. But I still am hopeful at the same time, so it's like I have a constant inner battle with myself about these things, but I really want to overcome it. I really want to be great and overcome these inner battles I'm having. And like I feel like my content, like when I take it seriously, it's not exactly similar to everybody's in a certain way. Like it can, when I take it seriously, that is. Now, I've done similar content to other people because I just didn't care enough to not. But I'm just saying, like, I really genuinely enjoy creating, and I feel like when I have good ideas or when I improvise at times and apply myself, if I were to post things to the right places and if I get my name out there somehow, it'll happen. I think the problem with how I used to do things was that not so much the content itself, because I think my content was good at times, but not my YouTube content, my TikTok content. But I think if I were to take the content that I put on TikTok and then make compilations out of the good stuff that didn't have like copyright music, I could post that on YouTube, or I could just post it as is on like Facebook or Instagram, and it would do a lot better. But the reality is I've been having a limited mindset where I limit to the platform that I'm working on in the moment. And realistically speaking, like I believe that there's far more to do and accomplish than that, you know? And so I'm choosing to believe that I can be better than who I once was. Alright, so we know we're going right. No! He knocked me off! I was doing well. Damn it. Sometimes it's like, when I lose, it's like depressing to me because it's like, I admit, I get salty when I lose, but I think the big part of it for me is to do with the fact that I feel like it's just a reflection of like how things have gone for me at times at life. But I think that that's just my pessimism beating down on me, you know? Because I know that this isn't gonna be my forever. I will overcome these obstacles if I keep trying. Like, I don't mean as far as in the game, I mean like in general, like with my current daily, day-to-day life struggles. I don't know. I just know myself, and I know that I have potential, and I will not stand to just be like downplayed all the time, because I do it too much to myself. Sometimes it's like, I don't even think it's like, I'm humble to the point where it's no longer humbling, it's just self-degradation. Like, and I need to stop, because on one hand, it's good to be humble, but on the other hand, I've done a lot more harm than help to myself by limiting, like, my confidence and cockiness. Because the reality is I'm my best self when I'm confident and cocky in the things that I do. And even if that makes me seem like an asshole at times, at least it gets me places. Like, I don't like being an asshole. I really like being kind. I really do. But it's like, I am willing to fight for my right to be where I want to be, in a way. So, yeah. I'm determined to overcome my pain and my obstacles and everything that has halted my progress up until today. I will be great. I will, and I will qualify too. Yep, there we go. So, I don't know. I may have 0 viewers right now. Nobody may even care about what I have to say. But I want to believe that there are people out there that love me and my content, because there have been times where I've been able to prove that. And I know that if I find the right way of doing it, my latent potential can do it. Sometimes you just have to do things, get the bad ideas out until you reach the good, you know? I think for myself personally, I would rather do it that way than just constantly like delete my shit, because if I do that, then I'm only making myself more depressed and less active in my goals. If I just keep doing things and just being like, screw it, even if it doesn't work immediately or for every piece of content I put out, then my odds of success actually go up. Which may not make sense to a lot of people. They may think that it's always about keeping only your viral content in place. Which, sure, it makes your page look better. But, you know, real growth is when, as a person, you can realize that you can make mistakes and mess up at times and still do great things. And I don't think a lot of people hear that enough. I don't. And if they do, then they're privileged, and they should be grateful to have gotten the support and love on their journey to succeeding. Because at times, it's like, I wish I had more of it, you know? I really want people to support my decisions and my ambitions. Especially the people I love. And I feel like my family, for the most part, does. And that's why I'm happy about it. But I want more of my friends to, like, see that I'm serious about this and be on board with it, you know? Because I know it's hard when they don't see me, like, succeeding in, like, 2.5 seconds. But at least I got anywhere at all. I've proven that I can grow and get better already, to myself and to them. And I just want them to know that even if I get stunted at times for, like, a set period of time, it's not permanent, and that I'm gonna be great. Because it's like, if I can prove it to them, I can prove it to myself too. And yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm confident, but there are still insecurities laced in that confidence. But I still, like, I am an open book for the most part. I'm blunt as fuck. I don't really care what anybody thinks. I mean, I care what people think to a degree, but I don't care enough in most senses where it's like I'm just gonna give them the opportunity to just walk all over me all the time, and for me to just take it. I'll stand up for myself, and then aside from that, I can just let it brush off my shoulder at other times and ignore it, you know? And I think both show strength in a way, like in their own version. So I'm about it, to say the least. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Even if something flops, I'm not gonna delete it, because it's proof of progress. Because if something fails, I can learn from it, but I still want it to exist, so that way people can go back and see where I came from if they ever decide to. Because there are people out there that'll go back and watch old videos. Maybe not everybody, but they will. if they're really invested in your content and get really into you, there are people that will go back and watch your old stuff, even if it's no longer relevant in the moment. And those are the kinds of followers that I would love to have. People that really enjoy my content. I don't want just passive viewers. I want, like, dedicated viewers. Because if I can get good enough at content to where I can have dedicated viewers, you don't even understand how much that would mean to me. Like, it wouldn't even matter, like, the number. So, well, I mean, I'll be honest. I want at least, like, 1,000 dedicated viewers, at least. Because to me, that in of itself will feel like a success. But I hope that I can far surpass even that small of a goal. And when I say dedicated, I mean, like, people that are actually going to watch me for, like, longer than just, like, that day or, like, a certain set of days. I really want devoted followers, and I know it takes a lot of work to get there. But I want my work to, like, reflect the joy in my nature. I don't want my stuff to be boring, and I don't want to do stuff that I don't enjoy, because that will reflect in my content's quality. That's another thing that I've taken into consideration. That's why I didn't like streaming when I was depressed, because sometimes when I'm depressed I have a hard time finding humor in things. But I feel like as time goes on, it's going to get better as long as I keep taking care of my mindset and having a positive outlook, I guess. Because I'm struggling with, like, things in my own life, and I don't necessarily know how to get past them on my own all the time, but I want to believe that it will happen. So, alright. Oh. Yeah, see, this guy is smart, because he'll just go, like, tiny bit to the edge, and he's quick enough to know to turn the hell around. And so, whoa there, partner. Whoa. Slow your roll, partner. Slow your damn roll. Slow your roll. Slow the goddamn roll. Oh, alright, shit. Alright, alright. I qualified. I got really into it for a second there. Oh, man. Alright, we're on Fall Mountain. I never win this, except for that one time where I got that glitch win. Which technically shouldn't have been a glitch win, because I definitely beat him to the crown. I was right in front of him when I touched it. But we both got, it showed his avatar as the winner, but it still gave me the win. So it was super confusing, so it was a glitch win. But I was in front of him, so it should have been my win. So even if it glitch winned, it should have been his, should have been my icon up there and his, I don't know. I count it as a win either way. I think I just lost. Oh, fuck yeah, I just lost. There's no way. No way I didn't just lose. Yeah, see, I'm really bad at this one. The one that I think that I stand the best chance at is Jump Showdown. And then other than that, the Hexagon one. But this one is always, like, so tricky for me because I always get hit by the obstacles. But I make it to the end. Alright. So my buddy is having a party with his friend because it's his 21st birthday. His friend's 21st birthday. I don't know. I know I said I'd go till 12, but I really haven't been getting the viewership tonight, and so I think how I want to do it is it's like if I'm not getting enough viewership, then I cut it at 2 hours because I feel like that's enough time investment. So yeah. So I'll play this for like 20 more minutes and then I'm gonna get off because he wants me to go play with him on COD and I'd have to switch games for that, and I don't know if I want to stream that when nobody's viewing the stream. So yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know. I care about my time investment. And it's like I do. Oh my God, Kevin! Hey, right as I was saying that, you showed up. That's magical. How you doing, buddy? How's school? How's everything going? I'm really glad you showed up. Really glad you showed up. I've been talking about a lot of things this stream, even though nobody's really been watching, it seems like. But I'm having a good time. Despite that, a little bit frustrated, but I'm having a good time because I've been talking about all kinds of things. Man, I don't know. I've been like stressed, overwhelmed, but I'm in like I'm in a better mind frame. I think it's good stress because it's challenging me to like keep at it and like keep trying to be the best like that I can be as far as like self-improvement and improving on my skills, learning new things, and like content stuff. It's like I know I haven't really put out many videos, so it's like I want to start putting out more videos, at least on TikTok, and then like migrating some of that content to YouTube or making separate content for YouTube. If I make separate content for YouTube, I gotta make sure it's something I actually enjoy doing though, because the thing about TikTok is it's really easy for me to do like what I enjoy on there because I find ideas on there all the time. But YouTube, the hard part about YouTube for me is I have a hard time finding what I enjoy for content ideas on YouTube, you know? Because I don't necessarily want to do gaming content for YouTube the way I do like with my streams. Because I like gaming on stream, but after I tested it out a while back, I think I've kind of like concluded that gaming content as far as like separate videos that I do myself, unless it's something I'm super hyped for, is not going to be like my main niche. I think like being known for like the various things I talk about on like a podcast aspect of things, and then aside from that, maybe occasionally things like TikTok compilations or other various things, that's what'll get popularized. Because I just know myself, and I know that my content on TikTok is better. It just is. Like, my old YouTube content in comparison to my TikTok content was trash. Like, I won't even front. I know it because I'm bad. I'm really bad at planned comedy on a YouTube video, but when I improvise something on a TikTok, plus they're shorter to make, you know, that's why I love TikTok, because the videos are shorter to do and edit together, and I can make a lot of fun stuff come to fruition through it. When will you try it out? Podcast? I'm thinking soon, but I really want to get somebody to talk with me on it, because it's like although it's like fine if I'm talking to myself on a stream, I feel like it's more beneficial, unless it's like an informational type of podcast, to have somebody to converse with. Because it's like, I've thought about it too, and it's like, although I like listening to people who do like interesting podcasts by themselves at times, I think the best podcasts are the ones where you're like having a conversation between multiple people, like 2 to 3 people at least, because you get it's more engaging that way. It pulls people in. And, like, you can talk about a lot of interesting things. And if you market the podcast right, you could actually do well with it. I mean, like, the possibilities are limitless. But I know myself, and if I do content with other people, I'm going to get a lot further faster because I'm pretty entertaining when I'm around other people. But if I'm by myself, I'm not as entertaining as when I'm around other people. That's why I like doing content with people as opposed to by myself. Because, like, I have entertaining moments by myself, but I feel like I'm able to flesh out my comedy better and get it out and really put it to the test when I already have other people to test it on. You know? That's the thing about making a video with somebody as opposed to by yourself. It feels like you're able to keep your passion with it easier. I have a friend who is in college right now, but I know him, and I know he really wants to be making content and doing music, and I honestly think that if me and him work together in the future on content, it could be big, because he and I have great senses of humor, and I know myself, I can do skits better and come up with funny ideas better when it's not exclusive to just me by myself. Collaboration is so special and so powerful because when you collaborate and don't do something by yourself, you can unleash potential you didn't even know you had before. I mean, doing things by yourself, there's still a lot of areas you can grow in, but if you're able to grow and collaborate on a project with somebody, that to me is so special in its own way. You got a sponsor from Fatal Grips, maybe you start with that, it's easy. Maybe. I don't know who Fatal Grips is, but bro, I gotta say congrats. I mean, you got a sponsor. So, that's awesome, Kevin. That's actually awesome. So, honestly, kudos to you, bro, for getting a sponsor. But I just, my advice to you is even if you have school, if you're really about it, stay on your grind, bro. Because in a way, like, the fact that I've been streaming every day means that it goes up on YouTube, the streams. And so it's like, I'm on my own grind in that way. But I know if I put out more videos, that would help too. But I think it's like, I don't know. It's easier for me to put up clips on Instagram and Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat, you know, than it is to do YouTube. Because I feel like YouTube is harder if you feel like you have to condition yourself to, like, a certain type of content. Which is why it's like I don't fully like YouTube for it anymore, but at the same time, it's like I love YouTube at the same time for watching other people's content. But I don't know. If I can find a way to overcome my barrier with that, montages are definitely a must for the YouTube thing. So, I agree with that. Like, wholeheartedly, I agree with that. I should do a montage at some point. But, Kev, that's why I loved having you around and still do. Like, when you are able to, is when good things happen and you get clips, you're only adding to it, and I'll give you full credit. Like, I'll shout out your channel, like, in the end credits, or maybe, or something, or, like, maybe at the beginning. Like, that can be, like, in the final edit of the video, like, you'll get the shout out with your @ or what, I don't know, like, what you'd prefer, your @ or your YouTube, but I'll do that in exchange, because that, to me, would be fine. Because, like, that way it's like, I'm still, like, if that's okay, like, I could edit together the final, like, cut, but, like, if you keep sending me clips and I give you credit for the clips and give you shout-outs for it, like, every time we make a montage, that's why it's, like, something I would love to do, like, once a month. Like, at least, like, with a montage content, because I know that that would do well. I know it would. Like, if I show it to the right places, it could be good. But I think, like, what I want to do for the montage is if I make a montage, it wouldn't just be a montage of my stream clips anymore, because now that I've thought about it, the best way to do a montage is if I include stuff not only from my stream clips, but also like from my TikTok videos that I think are funniest or most entertaining. So like I think what I want to do is like put more time into TikToks and streaming, and then put the TikToks up on my other platforms. Because if I do that seriously, then I could still gain traffic from it, and only haters are the ones that are going to say that I shouldn't do it, and if they don't like it, they shouldn't watch my content in the first place. That's the reality, because you're still putting out multiple kinds of content, but I know if I do more than that, too much, like, unless it's on certain days, then I'll be stretching myself too thin. Either that or all my time would literally be just that, and there's other stuff I have to do in a day, even if I am doing this full time. Like, I gotta eat. I want to have, like, time to relax. I have anxiety and depression, like, really bad, even outside of this whole coronavirus thing. So it's like I have to take time for myself to recuperate, even if I'm doing all this content. But I want to get past it, you know? I really want to get past it. Or maybe I'll never be able to fully overcome the anxiety and depression. Maybe with lifestyle changes that I'm not ready to fully make, other than like my productivity aspect and like putting out more content and really working on my branding. But I just need to say that I think that even if it's through that, I could type of thing, I could get big, and then like maybe a certain amount of times a week I could do a YouTube video that's like separate. But I think that's how I would balance my time, because there's no way that I could do, unless I'm really pushing it, and I wouldn't even be able to handle it every day all the time. I wouldn't be able to put out a YouTube video every day, and I wouldn't be able to put out, I feel like I can handle putting out TikToks and doing streams on a regular basis, I'll be honest. But YouTube videos that are not compilations or relevant to the content I've already made, separate content from that, I think that I would need to do less, because I cannot feasibly handle doing everyday content all the time. But what I can promise is that in the periods of time when I have chosen not to like relax or recuperate, that I am being super productive. Okay, I put that work in. I'd worked for a while on deciding and making banners yesterday. I worked to post it up on all my different social medias, and I worked to do some drawing and some other tweaks the other day, and I just realized something that I should have realized way sooner, that I don't know why I didn't realize it. I just realized my social media thing is off right now and whatnot, but so let me fix that, because I didn't realize it was a problem. Hopefully it'll start working in a second. Otherwise I'm gonna have to... Oh wait, it's not the alert box. What am I thinking? Wait a minute, where's... Oh, is it not on this... Hold it. Do I really not have it set up on this window? Nah, it would be with cam, wouldn't it? Yeah. I already know I'm lost, so I lost, so I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy this for the bit while I'm like preoccupied. I hope that's okay. But I just want to make sure everything's working. I can't be perfect all the time, I've decided, so everybody's just gonna have to bear with me, and if they don't like me, they don't have to be my fan. Like, that's pretty much where I'm at. I didn't mean for that to pop up over there, but that can happen. I know how to fix it, though. So, first, I gotta do it like this, and then switch to, I know it looks wrong right now, but it won't in a second, just trust me. Alright, there we go. It's back. Alright. I just wanted to get that to work, because sometimes that won't load up right, and yeah, you can just try everything and choose what makes you happy more and what works more with views. I Here's the thing about me though, bro, is that with all due respect, it's just I've if if there's an aspect of something I don't like, I'm gonna find my own way of going around it or compromising so that way it's not overly taxing on myself. Because if I'm gonna put my work in, I'm gonna put it in on content that's worth it to me, and not just content that I only kind of like. Because I'm tired of like doing that, and I know that that would be the thing that would lead to my unhappiness, and that's what causes a lot of unhappiness for YouTubers is like doing something like that. That's why Mr. Beast says that even though he doesn't post every day, he always is going to make videos that he feels 100% about because he wants to provide us with the best content he can. So shout out to Mr. Beast, by the way. But I have a lot of respect for him in that regard for the fact that he knows what he's doing and he still can get away with that. Now, I don't have money to be giving away awesome things and be doing like awesome experiments like Mr. Beast does. But what I will say is that I want to believe that I can still make content that's enjoyable, that doesn't require me to hate the editing process to get there, to make it, you know? Because that's what I'm trying to navigate within myself and figure out right now, and that's why I really haven't been posting videos on YouTube, because I don't know what kind of content, separate from the compilations and potentially podcast stuff and my streams that are up now, that I would put on my channel. Because here's the thing, I don't mind streaming every day, because that's, or most days, because that feels feasible to me. Okay, that feels doable to me, but for me to edit a video, it takes me so much time to do, because I'm a slow editor unless I do it on my phone, and that depends, even in that case, on what kind of video I'm trying to make. But when I do that, it's like, I don't know, I feel much better about it when I'm putting in effort towards content that I'm really about. And that's why I think I've decided that more often, I'm not going to be focusing on game content. Like, I will for streams at times, but it's like, I really do think I want to focus on, like, my podcast, and maybe, like, record it, which I obviously would, and then cut it up into video segments based on, like, a segment that I'm talking about, or certain talking points, and then post it up as its own separate podcast. But I want the conversation to be with more people than just myself. And then if I do that in separate video clips, a lot of people would come to watch that on my channel. Because I don't know if you've ever heard of this channel, but have you ever heard of Jake Just Kidding News or What the Fuck News? They're two different channels. But they kind of, I mean, What the Fuck News does like full-on segment videos about various things, but Just Kidding News, what they do is they record a podcast, and they record it on video too, and then essentially what it is they talk about various things that have been happening that they take a keen interest in, that they want to relay out in the public, and they state their opinions on it, and like have a conversation about it. And I want to be able to do stuff like that too, but about like maybe like stuff in tech, like tech news and gaming news, because tech, gaming, and music, because those are things that I'd want to talk about and relay information on for a podcast. That's what I think. Like, I can say that with full clarity, that gaming, technology, like computer technology, and music are the things that I want to talk about on my podcast. So we could do different segments on like about from each like category, and then like put them in their own separate videos, or or I could do like longer videos with that. I don't know what's better though. I personally think that retention is better on shorter form content than it is on longer form. So even though YouTube is more likely to push stuff out if it's longer, I personally think shorter form content retains value better, and it's like people can binge watch retainable content more than they can longer form videos. Like, that's what I truly believe, despite what the YouTube algorithm says and does. And that's why I respect people like David Dobrik, okay? Because David Dobrik knows this, and that's why when he was doing vlogs a lot, even though he's not as much now, he's still doing Instagram stories and TikTok stuff because he made a deal with them so he can keep making money outside of his merch. But here's the thing. And also Snapchat even, too, now that I think about it. But listen, David Dobrik, he knows what he's doing because he's doing shorter form content that's like enjoyable vlog content. And then aside from enjoyable vlog content at times, what he'll do is it's like he's consistently funny even if he plans something. And I feel like that's totally doable as long as I have people interacting with me on like the podcast stuff or doing content like that. I prefer creators like watching that, okay? I do watch gaming content, but I feel like my attention span is way better when I produce content like that's just like fun vlog like content or podcast shit. And I'm gonna just be real with you because that's just how I feel. That's why I'm able to have so much fun with those kinds of videos when I do them. Like, I've done stuff like that on TikTok before, I think. And I think if I did them, that I'd be more happy doing that. Like, realistically. And, but it's like, I do want a game on stream, you know? But I think Blaze streams are going to be, like, my gaming stuff. Other than my video montages of clips from the streams. Because I know myself, and I do not want to edit together whole-ass gaming videos unless it's for an event that's set up between myself and multiple people. If it's content that I do by myself, I know myself, and unless it's like really hype, I don't want to spend a lot of time doing the same kind of editing I would for gaming videos and if I do, then I'm doing it on my phone. I will literally import the footage to my phone, even if I have to delete old videos just to do that. Because honestly, if I had it my way, it's like all the content that's more tedious like that, I want to edit on my phone. Really, I don't mind editing it all on my phone, but I would rather save the spare files on my computer from like TikTok stuff and genuinely like enjoyable aspects of my content that make me happy than stuff that is crap. And that's why I stopped doing YouTube first, mainly a while ago, because at the time I really couldn't figure out like how I wanted to do content and who I was. Like the past year and a half to 2 years, I've just been trying to find myself, like really. And I know I'm at home with making videos, but I know myself, and my content form is probably going to be different than other people's. But still, like, I think that there's merits to it with the right audiences, and oh my god, I just lost. That never happens. But it was all because I kept getting bumped into and I kept falling. Alright, well I tried. But yeah, so that's just been what's been on my mind, really, because I like streaming myself playing games, okay, but I hate recording and editing me playing games in videos unless it's for clips from the streams, because that is more valid to me, you know? I feel like there's a validity to that, as opposed to the other way. And I'm gonna be real. That's how I feel. Because there's a lot of people that can successfully handle putting out gaming content videos that are not off of streams on a day-to-day basis. There are a lot of people, and by all means, I say kudos to them, because they are grinders, they are hard work, but me, I care about efficiency, And though they put in that grind, I care about having a maintained balance so I can take care of myself mentally with my depression and anxiety and other problems. I let them know that if they can give you a sponsor because you are growing. Kev, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate that, but it's like I gotta start putting more content out on YouTube like I'm talking about now, if that's gonna work, because I've mainly just been doing the streams. But if I were to start doing like a podcast thing, like I said, that's like ideal for me. Like, and then putting out videos from that, and then doing also montages of clips from TikTok in my streams. Because I know myself, okay? And I'm not like the kind of guy that necessarily always wants to plan out, like, let me, how do I put this, okay? I don't want to be a guy that's like, I'm not the kind of, I keep saying the same thing over and over, but I guess, as much as I like seeing videos with certain kinds of edits that are like flashy and stuff and it's impressive, I'm not really into that for my own kind of content, because like I know I could do it, but it's like it's too tedious for me to do edits like that. So if I were to do content, I really want it to be more like, I lost again. I should have been paying more attention. But with my content, with the podcast, what I envision is it's like, it'll be kind of like a Zoom call, but it'll like zoom in on the person talking at the time, and then like there'll be like funny moments in that, but it's like I know that I'm gonna have like a certain editing style that's like that, because it's just how I think. 15K? 15K what? I hope you don't mean money, because I don't have that kind of money, and I don't have that many subscribers yet. I hope one day I will, but I don't. Not yet. But I feel like if I start putting out the type of content that I believe that I'm passionate about, like I'm talking about, I really think that that could be like a very, very good content format. I'm thinking. And so oh, he wants to donate? Sheesh. I don't think I have it set up yet. I don't know if I have, like, a thing for that set up, because I don't know, I might on Streamlabs, but I need a better place. I do have a Cash App, though. I do have a Cash App if you want to do it that way. I don't know. I need to, like, put something in place for that, but it's like I've never, like, really had, like, authentic donations before other than on TikTok, and I never, like, really... And you have to reach a certain amount before you can actually do anything with that, so... But I could do Cash App if you really want to donate. Like, I can do that, I think. But otherwise, I need to put something in place that works better, you know? Like, if I'm taking this seriously, that's another step I have to take, you know? Because I've, like, really thought it through, and yeah, I don't know. I think that I should, though. But I've never had donations, and, like, I've never, like, even considered that, like, people would even want to donate to me, so it's like I don't have anything prepped. So I'll just apologize for that right now. The only thing I have prepped technically is there's a Streamlabs link that I don't remember what it is right now, unfortunately. Which I think it's like streamlabs.com/nextblaze maybe. But I don't know if it would work or not, or what that would even entail. There's so much I still have to have figured out as far as that goes. So yeah, so it's like I don't really get donations, but you don't have to. It's okay. I'm just if you sub to my YouTube, like, if you're still here, if you were to sub to my YouTube, that'd be enough. Honestly. Like, or if you shared, like, my content with people and, like, got the word out there that, like, I'm up and coming. Like, I think that, honestly, that alone would suffice for something, like, interesting. So, yeah. I think I kind of now have figured out a bit, like, the way I kind of want to do certain types of content. Like, if I were to do a podcast thing, I'd maybe... Because here's my ideal, okay? At least once a week, I want to be able to do a podcast, and then I want to be able to have the full podcast uploaded and archived. So I would do it as a stream podcast, but if it's not a Blaze stream, because Blaze stream is for the gaming podcast, then it'd be a BlazeCast, maybe, or BlazeCast, or I think we should call it the BlazeCast, but I feel like somebody else might have done that already. If they had, then that sucks, but I really think I should call it the BlazeCast, or if not that, then I need to come up with a better name that really suits the brand. And if anybody wants to help me come up with ideas, they should let me know, and I'll give them credit for giving me the idea, because I'm not a selfish bastard. But, yo, that's what I think I should do, though, is do podcasts, have them full form under, like, a tag name, like BlazeCast or something, and then have the separate clips, that show the thing. Either that, or I don't know. I think I'd call the podcast ones an archive thing. I'd have to call them, like, the Blaze Archives or something for, like, the full-length podcasts, and I'd keep them on the channel in their own playlist, and instead of calling it a Blaze stream, I'd do that. But aside from that, another thing is that I really would love to do a full-on podcast where people are my guests and actually would love to make content with me. That's how I feel. Because that would... I really am about connecting. Like, I'll be honest, like, I'm nervous as a person. Like, I get anxiety, like I've said, around, like, a lot of people, but by the same token... Yeah, the game glitched. Game glitched me out. Hey, thanks for coming back. I don't know what's going on. People are messaging me and stuff out of random. Oh, wait, that seemed... Hold on, I got a message from my friend. I don't know what that was about. It sounds serious. Well, my friend's having a migraine. I feel bad. Sorry, I'm replying and also waiting to load into a round. Yeah, Derek, subscribe and share. That would be a big dono. You don't, Kevin, you don't have to, like, order people to do that. It's like, I'll give a call. Let me be the one to give the call to action, okay? Because I just don't want people to feel like my fans are pushing them to do something if they don't want to do it, you know? Like, I get you have good intent, but it's like, if I'm gonna be, like, asking for support, I want it to come from my mouth, because I just don't want to, like, come off as, like, my fans or myself is aggressive, because I don't want that to be, like, the representation. And, like, you might not have meant it that way, but I just don't want it to come off that way. just out of respect for anybody who does like come across my content and stuff. But because here's the thing, I'm a big softie, so like I like try to take into account what people are feeling. And that being said, it's like, oh my gosh, alright, yeah, I just lost. Unless I can get up ahead like fast, which I'm not going to because I just got knocked over and got passed by like a million people. I feel bad that I lost this one, like, honestly. Unless I can somehow recover, like, and get through the goal before it hits 42, which I don't think I'm gonna, but... See, I was this close, but I didn't. But, yeah. Derek, if you want to subscribe, then feel free to by all means, and if you would like to share, I would appreciate that. But I'm not gonna hold you to it, because I'm not about, like... being like that. I'm just appreciative that you'd even watch, let alone even take it into consideration. The way my heart works is like I don't like to ask things of people in my own life in general because like I don't know. I guess if I had to explain it, it's like I've grown up like trying not to like seem like a brat or ask for a lot. Hold on, I'm just fixing something. Alright. But because of that, it's like I generally speaking, I don't know how to describe it, but I don't like asking for a lot of stuff. I really don't, because I'm kind of humble. Or well, I mean, I have a lot of stuff, a lot of nice stuff, but it's like most of it I've accumulated over the years during like Christmas and my birthday, and then aside from that, it's like stuff that I've bought myself at times after saving up for it. But it's like for a long time, preset in the works, I just knew that like I wanted to like do streaming stuff and videos and like content like that, and like potentially get my name out there. Or really not potentially, I'm gonna pursue the bag, and I'm not gonna give up until I get it. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, I might not go about it the way that everybody else is, even if it's better or worse for them, I don't know. But it's like, I want to do what's best for me, because that's what life's about, is doing the best you can to make the most of it. I mean, you still want to be like a good person at the end of the day that cares about people and gives back to their community, because I want to be able to do that one day if my online community grows to be big enough. But seriously, like, I genuinely care about how I can just expand my reach and doing great things. And I'm not going to give up on myself, even if I can't do everything on each platform every day by myself, because that would overexhaust me, I'll be honest. I still want to become a well-known, good, moral, good person content creator. Okay? I do. I really, really, really do. Because I genuinely, like, feel that way. You know? I love that I have potential, and I love making content and learning and doing stuff, because it's what makes me who I am, really. It's like a big important thing in my life. If I didn't have it in my life, I don't know where I'd be, because I can't find the same enjoyment in other things the way I do like content, you know? And it's like, why not add to that when I enjoy watching other people's, and I know I have the potential to make great stuff myself, even if it takes time to build the community for it, you know? The one thing I dislike about TikTok is that if their algorithm doesn't deem your video great based on, like, the first impression engagement, it's like the first wave of engagement, it's like automatically like dispersed. The same thing happens on most platforms now, but that's what I hate, because it's like sometimes my video doesn't have the greatest like first impression, but yet it's the further in you watch it, like, it gets better. And retention is so important, though. So that's, like, the hard thing about content is, like, you want to make sure it's entertaining from the get-go to have the best chance at retention, and then keep it good throughout. But it's like, I'm hoping that if I keep putting out more and more, that with practice, it, like, will get better and get better retention. So, look at this dude glitching right now, though. Bro, that was funny. Looked like a freaking glizzy just trying to climb up a hill. Like a little bean, piggy in a blanket kind of glizzy. Because of how small they are, they look like little walking beans. That was kind of funny to say. I'm having a great night, though. Kevin, it means the world to me that you came today to the stream, and that same thing with you, Derek. I just want to say that right now because I didn't have viewers for like the first long while, it said on my thing, unless I do and it's just I'm not receiving anything in the chat, which could very well be the case. But it's like any viewers I get, I appreciate for a live stream. It really, really makes my day. Like, really. And I don't know how to explain it, but it does. I genuinely, genuinely love streaming. I think what I need to do, though, or I'm going to do for now, is it's like, until I can establish a partner or people that would want to be on a podcast with me, until I can make plans with them, I want to just keep doing TikTok videos, make compilations with those, keep doing these kinds of streams, out, and maybe on occasion, like, do something that's a little bit out of pocket for what I do on my day-to-day, you know? I mean, there's more to it than that I'd like to do, like vlog content, but TikToks, like, I definitely want to be doing those too. So I just need to figure out what my best way of self-management for all of that is, because I don't think it'll ever consistently always be the same, because although I hate change, I'm very adaptable, and I tend to go through different iterations and evolutions in my content. If you win, DM me, I'll come back and make sure I got you a clip. I did qualify that, see, have a great night. Oh, Kev, yo, that's right. If I DM you from now on and there's something, like, good, like, if there's, like, good stuff and I describe it to you and you go back and find it, could you do that for me? Like, on occasion? Like, it doesn't have to be all the time, because I know you're busy with your own life and other stuff, but could you do that for me? Because I'll still give you the shout-outs and everything, like, in the montages, and then, like, on my Instagram and YouTube in the montage videos when I do that. But on my Instagram, I'll definitely give you shout-outs if you help me out. Because here's how I think I want to do it. Like, if I have somebody that helps me, like, get clips, because that's the hard thing. I'll do the editing and putting together of clips. Well, if it's, like, an edited, like, version of the clip. But if somebody can just send me, like, the OG clip files for things, that will help me out so much, and I will give them shout-outs in exchange. Because I can't give money. I'm poor. I'll be honest. But shoutouts, I feel, is fair exchange, because then it's like potential growth, and as I grow, like, people will take that more seriously. It's like how David Dobrik used to do the Instagram shoutout. So, like, I could, like, literally put a graphic of somebody's page up on the shoutout thing for each montage video. Like, I could open up each montage video by, like, having a video clip of me, like, talking and, like, introing it, and then, like, give the shout out to, like, whoever helped me with it, or somebody who, like, wins a shout out each month for that video. I could do that, you know? But here's the thing, like I said, like, I can see myself doing a wide variety of content over time. Like, I could see myself even doing content akin to David Dobrik. I keep getting disconnected from the server. I could see, like, not exactly the same, but I could see myself doing funny and entertaining vlog content in the future too, like he does, because I know it takes work to edit and there's like a lot of footage, but I love that kind of content, and if I make friends that like would love to do content with me and stuff, I could totally see myself doing that kind of content in addition to all these other ideas. But that's why I like having one channel under one banner that I can just flex and pretty much be like, I can do this at times, sometimes I'll post a different kind of video. It's like, I don't like limiting myself to one thing. And I think that's okay, as long as your content is good and you can market it to the right audiences. You just can't give up. You really just can't give up. And I don't know. I did for a while, and that's what's hurting me the most, is that I'm trying to whittle my way back into it, and I'm upset because I've lost my own time, because I let my depression and my doubts and anxiety get the better of me with content creation back when I was doing TikTok more and when I was doing YouTube more. Now, I don't know how I want to do the TikTok, because I went back and deleted certain old videos that I didn't like anymore one night. But I kept all the ones that that I liked that are from the past, because for the fact that, oh my god, I'm stuck. For the fact that when I did that, it's like I got rid of stuff that like I didn't want to like represent anymore, but then I still because here's the thing, I used to do cosplay content, and I'll be honest with you, I do like doing cosplay too, but this is the thing about me, I'm into so many different things that I just cannot be a channel that limits myself to one thing. So if I have to categorize my content under various categories and like maybe find like a way of scheduling certain types of content, I think that I can get away with it. I think that's the ideal way in the future, like as I grow, is to do a different kind of content each day, but put it in a different playlist. So that way people can see the benefits of that, even if it's out of one channel. Because I've never liked the mentality of one channel has to always be one kind of content unless you make the channel with that intention. My channel is just called NextBlaze, okay? And I want to leave it like that unless I change it to NextBlaze Entertainment in the future, which I'm thinking about because I'm going to purchase an LLC at some point. I'm like determined to have ownership of the NextBlaze name for like as a company. Like I don't know if I want it to be NextBlaze Entertainment LLC. So if I have to change like my account names to that in the future and stuff, then I will. But for now, as things are, it's like I'm okay with what it is at the moment, like without any hesitation or doubt. So I won't change it again until like I grow. But it's like I believe in myself, and I believe that I have enough good ideas, and even if I have to like filter through the bad ideas to get there, I have enough good ideas where I can get on a good schedule and do like different kinds of content in certain ways depending on how I schedule things in the future, and that to me is special. It's very, very special. So I just hope that you all will acknowledge that, and that if I do things that way, I'll still retain consistent viewers, and yeah. So if everybody is gone now, that's fine, but this is all stuff that I wanted to get off my mind. Anyway, did I win? I don't remember if I won or not. I did. Alright. After this round, I think I'm gonna hop off because I promised my friend that I would go play Call of Duty with him. I promised him, so I want to go do that. I don't want to stream it though because of the fact that I was already playing this game, and I don't like the idea of ending a stream just to start another one just to do that. I mean, I don't mind it. The only way I wouldn't mind it is if I knew my fans were dedicated enough to come back and watch, but I know I'm not currently at that point, so that's why I don't like to do that. But then there's probably people that, on the other hand, think that maybe it'd be possible to actually get more retention by switching the stream to a COD thing. I don't know. I just have a lot of interests, okay? And that is a big, big factor for me. And I really think I want to start doing podcast content. Like, I'm determined to do that. And then I'm also determined to, aside from podcast content, I guess, how should I put this? Aside from the podcast content, another thing that I would love to do is just, I can't even think. God, alright. I just think that eventually I'd love to do, like, vlog content with, like, friends, and do, like, something like David Dobrik, and do, like, funny, interesting stuff, maybe challenges at times. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I know as things are now, I can't really do that kind of content the same way. And if I did, then I don't even know how I'd categorize that, but I feel like I can definitely do all of these things under one banner, no matter what it is, as long as I have their own playlists and their own, like, taglines before it. So there's, like, a system in place. I think that I can do it. I think I can do it. See, the problem is that a lot of people think that it always has to be, like, this really, like, attention-grasping title, which, here's the problem. That's the problem. It does in a way, but the thing is if I do it the way that I've been doing it while still keeping that in mind... Oh, I got eliminated. Alright, well, that pretty much does it, but let me just say this before I go. I just feel like I can keep all my content under one banner and still successfully do it, as long as I categorize within that and people can be okay with that. Maybe, like, eventually, like, if I were to start to schedule it, like, a specific way, I could do, like, days for, like, certain, types of content, like I'm saying, and then, like, I'd call it, like, maybe Gaming Sundays, or BLAZESTREAM Sundays. But here's the thing, I like doing the BLAZESTREAM, I don't know. I feel like that's the way to do it, though, and do less streams, but more, just more content that's varied. Because if I did that, then I'm not self-restricting. I hate self-restricting, okay? And I get that there are a lot of people who don't like shit like that, but they don't always have to watch the same videos, and even if it takes longer to get a bigger viewer base, if it's under one banner, I mean, why do I care, you know? Like, that's what I love about channels like Mr. Beast, and about channels like Crispy Concords, and me, is that there's evolutions in the content. I believe I have the same potential to do that with my own content, and I am going to. I am fucking for sure going to, and I'm not going to let any self-doubt stop me, because that self-doubt and self-hatred is the only thing that would stop me. I need to have more faith and need to get my name out there. That's all there is to it. The content will speak for itself when it's, like, ready and prepped. I just need more engagement. And yeah, I don't know. So I've thought about it, I thought maybe one day. Oh, did oh my god. I'm so dumb. I hopped into another round. Thinking that we were still going, and then I realized that I was gonna quit here. Oh my gosh, I'm so out of it tonight. Anyway, I guess that's all there is to it for tonight. So I want to thank everybody who did come to the stream. It was 2.5 hours. It's a good sizable stream for Twitch, I think. Like I said, there's going to be more changes to like my content flow as time goes on, because I really don't want to limit myself with just gaming. And yeah, I want to keep it all under one banner though, because it just, if I get to a point where I have to make a separate channel, I will, but I really don't like that, because it just spreads it too thin for me, you know? So I would rather make channels that are like all under one banner. I'm an amalgamation, like a company, if so to speak. And then like, yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel. It's how I feel, man. So we got, I almost did the wrong thing there. I almost hit shutdown on the computer. I'm just trying to exit the stream. Oh my god. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for listening. I hope you had a good time listening to me and all that I had to say, if you did. Um, and I just want to appreciate all the fans out there that do watch me, like Kevin and Derek. And I really appreciate all that you've done to help my channel thrive, and I hope that I can help out to do the same for you in some way. So anyway, thank you for listening.